Hey guys, how's it going? It's the June 14th devlog. Here it comes. Uh, so this week I was just working on some assets for Ryan's area, just more art assets. And I kind of got hung up on just doing more assets. Like some of them need to be done to like cover up some of the seams and just make the room feel a little bit more believable. But at the same time, it's not super necessary for MVP. And I think part of my hang up was just not making a clear enough to-do list. So I have that huge list of things to do, but that's a bit more macro, and I want to start making more micro to-do lists from that to help keep me focused, and hopefully I don't get sidetracked on unnecessary shit. Not that this, in the grand scheme of things, is unnecessary, but as far as hitting an MVP goal for the demo, there are probably more impactful ways I could spend my time. But, anyways, what I did work on was, yeah, more art assets. These are the blankets that are draped over Ryan's living area, adding in some of the sunspots where the sun breaks through the canopy and comes in, and I blur them uh, to give the illusion of a soft shadow coming through the trees, or I guess caused by the leaves in the tree. And then I start working on, like, this is kind of the thing I'm talking about, where I start working on this candle and it's so small and insignificant. Like, this doesn't do anything for gameplay, this doesn't do anything for story. It just kind of, I mean, you could argue that it gives the environment a more lived in look, but it's just not necessary for MVP. But that said, I made some more candles for Ryan's room and just kind of had some fun with curly wicks. Went to drag them up there to make sure that it looks believable in the environment when they're actually put in there. And then I was like, all right, now I need to add this shelf. I was like, what the fuck goes on this shelf? I got it. Pots and pots and shit. So I started drawing this pottery, and it's just like not working out. The colors aren't good, and I just don't buy it. So I delete it. I'm just like, fucking scrap that shit. So then later in the week I start putting those assets into the game, and I realize I'm having some camera issues when Ryan comes out of the treehouse. There's this odd, camera trigger issue where it's just super zoomed in, and then when she leaves the trigger, it zooms out, or when she re-enters it, it zooms out, and when she leaves, it snaps to being really zoomed in. I don't know. Just something fun for me to figure out later. Here I'm working on the parallax for those assets, just changing where they are in 3D space and making sure that the parallax is strong enough that you notice it and it feels like there's depth, but not so strong that you don't believe it. Like, I'm not trying to hit anybody over the head and be like, "Yo, look at all this depth! Look at this fucking depth 2020!" But just a little bit enough to make it a little bit more of a believable environment. And now I'm playing more with that camera trigger when Ryan leaves the treehouse and enters the main area. It's mostly just me playing around with it, just trying to figure out how it works. And I get to a point where like I'm okay with it, and I get distracted by these things that are using default art. So like, nah, I got to change that up. Those things will probably be deleted anyways, but it's just a fun little place for Ryan to do some wall jumping. Anyway, that was it. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys are having a great day.